Hi everybody, welcome and welcome back to Selene's vlog. I wanted to start doing reviews for movies and series, especially anime right now, and I even recorded a whole review for the movie Kimi no Nawa, and I found out editing it is really complicated for me because it's very long. And today I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw a post that my friend shared about a net series named Artiswitch. And first of all, the visuals like really got my attention, and then I also read the post which was telling a bit about the show, and it interested me. Furthermore, according to the post, the episodes are 7 to 8 minutes long, and that gives me the hope I will actually manage to not just watch and record the series, but actually upload, and give a good review in a normal time frame. I'm going to review each episode separately, and because this show is still ongoing, I will not upload a summary of the whole series till the last episode. That could take a while. So I'll just be doing episode by episode right now. First off, I will be doing a review that's talking about the content of the series, and after that I'll give a general review which has no spoilers. Hey, Selene, that's editing here. I want to correct myself. I said a few times the name of the series wrong. It's Artiswitch, not Artsy Witch. I'm sorry. So first off, I want to read up about it on my anime list. I like to do that with every show I'm watching. And if you're scared that even that will give you spoilers, please move to this part of the video. That's where I give the spoilerless review of the first episode. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so we're looking at the show's My Anime list. We can see this is not a very popular series. It's rated 7,356, and it's ranked 8,229 in popularity. Its average score is 6.25, 6.24. That's kind of a bummer. But on the other hand, it might be just a niche series. The genres are slice of life and supernatural, and I love supernatural. Okay, let's go to the synopsis. So, there was a rumor among the young people in Harajuku, Tokyo, that there is a place called Ura Harajuku, somewhere in Harajuku, and it seems that there is a shop run by a witch. The witch's name is Nina, a young witch with a chameleon and a pig that fulfills the secret wishes of her guests. Her method is to invite to her mysterious space and look into the real feelings deep inside her heart. It's kind of written weird, the sentence. I think she means to invite them, the guests, to her space and look at inside their hearts. But I can't tell, it's just written weird. Anyway, the customers are sometimes excited, sometimes hurt, and they make their own choices to fulfill their wish. Okay, so I don't know actually if from this synopsis if I would watch the show itself. But what drew me to that is the art style and also the colorful Harajuku fashion. I'm a big lover of many Harajuku styles. And also, sometimes I like to watch shows just to get inspired by the drawing style. So even if the plot is gonna be boring, I feel like I'm not wasting my time. And if it is a waste of time, then I'm saving you a bit. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to the YouTube channel of the show. This is it. It's kind of small, we don't see too much. If I look at the videos, we don't have a lot, and it makes sense. It's a very new show. I'm gonna go over to the playlist, and this is it. That's the animation. Okay, now before I start the first episode, I'm reminding you again. I'm going to be watching and directly reacting to what I'm watching. There might be spoilers. So, to those of you who don't want to see spoilers, move over here Let's go. I like that earring that the pig has. I don't know if that's the same Nina. I'm imagining it is. I think like the brown hair kind of suited her more, but I love those eyes. I love how they draw them. Also, I love these small details on her dress. I don't really like the dress itself, or the colors are kind of weird to me, but I love all the small jewelry and this whole thing, everything that's going on around here. That's so nice. Heteronormative. I mean, people say that, but it's annoying. This kind of reminds me of the witches in Madoka Magica. In the original, it was hard for me to get used to it, but now it's kind of cool. I wonder if it's a reference. I just want to say I love her hairstyle here. I like that you can see that this rouge is kinda not straight, like it's been used. Like basically she's giving her a tester. This is a bit harassy. This does not look like a pleasant touch. That was a really cool henshin transformation if you don't know the word. That was just so cool. This is a true Maho Shoujo. I just gotta say I love this outfit, it's so pretty. That was a really cool dance scene. Okay, that's it. We're done with this episode. Okay, and now to review the content. At the beginning of the episode, we're seeing flashbacks that will probably, in the future, be tied to Nina's backstory. We see someone that's jumping back from a roof. We're not sure what's happening to her. You know, it's a magical world. And someone tells Nina that she's done a good thing. We can see that Nina has brown hair, just like the girl who jumped, but longer. So maybe that's a flashback of Nina herself jumping. And if it is her, then yeah, we know she's doing well. This scene interested me, but until the end of the episode, we don't see any hint to this, and it's easy to forget this scene and kind of focus on the story of the episode. It also makes me feel like until the next time we see something, we might not remember this scene at all, which, it just felt a little short to me. This episode is focusing on Haruka, who is in odds with her self definition. We see that she's dressed at the beginning in clothes that are considered very masculine, or at least, tomboyish. So, other than the tights, you could probably dress a guy in the same clothes and no one will bat an eye. And in some parts of the world, the tights themselves would also look pretty normal for a man. This way she defines herself, and when she's looking at the rouge, at the beginning she refuses to take it because it's not her. She receives positive feedbacks from her friends, and in the memories with Nina, we also see that from her choreographer when she wears more masculine clothes. And we see her cutting off her long hair very with a lot of sadness, which is a hint that she might be doing it to please her surroundings, not because she likes it. It's a little bit opposed to the feminist stereotype that a woman receives positive feedbacks for being feminine, and negative feedbacks when she's breaking the rules and presents herself manlier, like by clothing or by acting. But I did like that this show is giving a place to the fact that there's no specific way that society always encourages people to be. I'm saying that because I'm assuming that her friends who present themselves in a more feminine way don't do it from great courage or as a protest. But they also receive positive feedbacks to be the way they are. We see her being happy in her childhood memory where she's wearing a dress with flowers and dancing a dance in front of her mom. That's encouraging her. This episode shows that she might look different, but this difference is a type of conformity. It's not exactly from within herself. We also see that she does do things she actually like dancing, something which she seems to be having a lot of fun doing, probably since childhood, and she's also very good at. She finishes the memory scene with a dance, but her clothes are changing to a red dress, maybe an older version of the dress she was wearing in childhood, and full on makeup. So, not just the rouge, also eye makeup. This way, we see Haruka receives in this episode the courage to be herself. And the message of the episode is that there is no one definition of how she's supposed to be. But the decisions she was making are what makes her who she is. In the end of the episode, she returns to the street from which she came with her friends, wearing her masculine clothes, and in her hand she's got the rouge given to her by Nina. And she's looking at her own reflection on a street sign and puts on the rouge and smiles. Now, I'm not sure this episode passed its message so well, which we get from the dialogue of Nina and Haruka, because we see a rather sharp picture of Haruka wanting to express herself differently, but changes herself in accordance to the feedbacks from her environment and not liking herself. The message is that she can be both more masculine and more feminine, and they're both still her. But the way we see things happening, it kind of points out that the masculine version isn't really her, which kind of contradicts the dialogue. I prefer to see more mixed scenes where she's happy and sad in both styles, because that would have supported the message more. Like, for example, in the dance scene, she shows up magically with different clothing, with makeup, but she keeps her short hair, which shows us that there is an element of choice here. So, despite the fact they could have passed this message better, I do like what they tried to pass on, and also the fact that we even understand what they try to pass on kind of shows that no, it didn't completely not pass. So, since the conflict supposedly resolves at the end of the episode, I understand that this show will likely have an episodical structure. I'm guessing we're not gonna see Haruka anymore, or she's gonna appear very little, or as a side character, and we will see new characters with new conflicts that Nina is gonna resolve. The synopsis from my anime list also hints at that. Okay, and now we're with the spoilerless review. I like the story. I'm guessing from watching and from the synopsis that it's being built episodically, with a background story that will tie together all the episodes. There is a clear message to this episode, which I really liked, but the way it was passed is a little self-contradictory and could have been better. The art style is very pretty. It mostly focuses on the characters. So we do see investment in backgrounds, but I think the design focus is the characters themselves. Specifically, the style of the face and the eyes is gorgeous. The outfits are also interesting. They're not always in my taste, but they are invested. There's a lot of small details which I love. The music is nice. I can't really say that I liked it or hated it very much. I think it does fit the series. It's just not the main focus. The characters are built well. We receive quite detailed background of the main character in this episode, um, at least compared to the length of the episode. Um, the protagonist, which is not the main character I was talking about, the protagonist was introduced less, I guess. They do give us a small look into the background story, but I'm guessing because of the episodical structure of the story, the focus was on this episode's main character, which I feel like would switch out in the next episode and not in the protagonist. Overall, I enjoyed watching. I'd continue on to the next episode after this, which is hard to say for many other anime. So I feel like this show deserves a high rating. I would give it a 7. Thanks for watching so far. You're welcome to discuss the episode in the comments. Just put on a spoiler alert if you want to talk about spoilers. Give me a like if you liked it. Share with your friends that might like this show. And subscribe so we see the rest of the episodes together. See you in the next one.